Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, it's your boy Skills A. Alright, so we got a segment of Ask Skills here on January the 12th, 2012. Alright, so first thing is, and this is coming from OG Tristan, and also Alex DeVore has a question. Alright, what did you study at university? I want your job. Once more, swag. Appreciate the swag comment. Alright, so what I studied at university, I attended and graduated from university. Alcorn State University it is a historically black college in Mississippi. It is actually the oldest land grant historically black colleges in the United States. It's traditionally black. They actually have branch in Natchez, Mississippi, where they specialize in nursing, and also because of the tennis team and the golf team, they actually started getting more Russian students in there. So it is getting diversified, but when I went there, it was pretty much like 90% black, like I said, just minority school. And I majored in communications with an emphasis in print journalism, and also I minored in mechanical engineering. So, alright, hope that answers your question, OG Tristan. Alright, Tristan, yep. And then for Alex, alright, Alex says, hi, my name is Alex. I want to know how you got into gaming journalism. I'm currently a music writer, but I'd love to branch to games, even sporadic freelancing. Alright, so Alex, what happened was I was at the Albuquerque Journal, matter of fact, working with your homie Skinny Fat. Alright, and just want to send out, props to my dog Skinny Fat. So I was working at the Albuquerque Journal, and I was copy editing. Actually, no, I was page design there, and I got a chance to do a couple video game pieces. I was not covering video games. I wanted to, but the person that was there covering video games would not let me assist them. So what happened was, when I went to the Tribune, next door, like its competitor, it was a much smaller paper than the Albuquerque Journal was, and that was in 2006. And I approached the managing editor, Phil Casals, and I said, hey, Phil, I'm thinking about, I talked to advertising about a tech page. How would you feel about a tech page for the Tribune? He said, hey, could you own it? I said, yep. So I went ahead and designed a prototype page and showed it to him. He said, if you can own it, let's do it. So that's how I got in, and ended up, after the Tribune closed in 2008, I still had all my contacts that I had built up while I was at the Tribune, because at first, they were like, oh, well, y'all cover video games? And by the time that the paper closed in February of 2008, I was getting games. Not all games, but then when I moved to the Houston Chronicle, still had all my contacts. Fortunately, none of them had moved on, and I just picked up from there. And we went from getting games like 2, maybe 3 weeks after release to getting games weeks before they were released. So, and I can't credit, I thank the good Lord for the opportunity, but the thing is, faith without works is dead. I was the one that actually contacted these people. So, it's pretty much just, keep chalking away at it. As far as being a critic, one thing that someone had reminded me of, they said, if I should be a food critic, because there's this local establishment here called Prince's Hamburgers, and I think Prince's Burgers, and they really just gaffled me as far as with a guy asked for a Gulf shrimp basket. Alright, I know y'all like, dude, but anyway, I asked for it. The attendant, and this was down here in the tunnel, I'm in Houston, and the attendant said, do you want a combo basket? I should have asked her if I want a combo basket, and I said, yeah. But I assume, hey, just like if you go to McDonald's or Burger King and you ask for a particular sandwich, they said you want to make it a combo. That means fries and a drink. So I agreed to it. Well, when I got it back to my desk, it was a fish fillet and 3 shrimp instead of 6. So I was very, very upset. Called him back. And matter of fact, the one thing is, I could actually tolerate it if the fish wasn't dry. But y'all, it was so dry, I had to eat that junk in the rain. So, needless to say, I put him on blast on Twitter. And then one of my followers was like, dude, you should do that. And then it occurred to me, I'm like, man, when I was in Albuquerque, I actually did do that. And actually, when I was in Biloxi, Mississippi, that actually was a food critic. So yep, so that's actually where I got my start at, cut my teeth as being a critic of sorts. So I hope that answers your question, Alex. So Bryant DuPont Gray asks, 2012 looks like a great year for gaming, and with very big games, big titles set to release within the first few months, it's hard to really pick out which genre will receive the most thumbs up. Which genre, RPGs, fighting, sports, first person, etc., are you expecting to see more of, and do you have any high expectations from any other genre as this year moves forward? You know what, Brian, that's a very good question, but here's the thing. You have so many games coming out. You have Mass Effect 3 coming out. You have The Last Guardian, which may not come out, and you also have other games that are slated to be released. Right now it's still too early. I mean, Final Fantasy 13-2 is coming out. So I mean, it's so many games that are coming out this year. All we can do is just like ride the wave of great gaming, and then we can see. But definitely I'll revisit this question as the year rolls around. Thanks for submitting it. Garrett Summer asks, if 2.5 chickens lay 2.5 eggs in 2.5 minutes, how long does it take a monkey with a wooden leg to kick all the seeds out of a dill pickle? Alright, Garrett, I'm going to just be real with you, right? So reading that question, the only thing that came to my mind is that I used to be an engineering major, but then I took an arrow to the knee. So, and lastly, Liam Alouf asks, as a game reviewer skills, do you ever play any games that have gotten extremely bad reviews from other people, but when you have played the game and have thought differently from other reviewers? I found that hard to word. That's alright. The only game I could think of like that comes to mind was Medal of Honor, the reboot, recent one. It got panned. It got a whole lot of bad reviews. But when I played it, what I saw was real stories from real operators who they can't put their name, or face to it, but a lot of those stories, especially the one when they were in that valley, the insurgents were just coming at them, and the guy radioed, hey, we're not going to make it, and then all of a sudden these Apache gunships just come in, start just, they just, roll up their straight diesel, and then, they're saved, and it's like, wow. And then that guy Dusty, the special forces sniper, they waste like, what, 50, 100 dudes, and, Chechen rebels and stuff. All those are real stories. And a lot of people were expecting, Call of Duty kind of stuff. But when I played it, I did not enjoy it, but the thing is, I have more respect for soldiers because I believe these were true stories. And yes, I actually gave that game Game of the Year in 2010. And that was the reason, because to me, when I played it, I did not play it as expecting, okay, I'm going to get wild or entertained like Call of Duty because everything's so fast-paced. This right here showed multiple stories of multiple men and women, operators, Tier 1 operators in Afghanistan, and even though I don't think it said Afghanistan, but still, that was one game that just sticks out, and it's like, what, this game, I see the genius in it, and I think it's really awesome. So anyway, I got to get to work. Alright, talk to y'all later. It's your boy Skills. Deuces.